that like I feel bad about it. So that's how, or like if God was right here, like would I still be doing what I'm doing? So like that's how I like put my finger in when Storm was hurt.
What was the original question?
It's like
I ain't, cause Emmy said like something at the end, and then you forget the first question.
What's
basically
living
how do you
like
live
God
like
to you?
Jesus but like stay true to yourself.
I think it should be, you could live like Christ, but like in your own way, like in your own like natural way. You could like just like live like Christ, like do, and it don't have to be like stuff specific. Like you could be like cooking for ministry and still live a life like Christ because what you're supposed to do, and you just be obedient to God and you do everything He tells you to do. So there you go.
Why am I saying that?
Cause you're talking.
No, but you said I was about to say something. I'm not saying anything crazy. Um, living like Christ for me, and it goes back to in the debate we had about what it was. It's basically for me again is where's my focus, where's my heart at? I can't live like Christ first if I don't know who He is. I don't know what kind of life He lives. I have to be able to say who He is to be able to say I live like Him. So that would be the first thing. Like I need to know who He is. I need to know what about him, what's his characteristics, what is he like, what does he want us to do, what is he like, so that way I can judge if I'm living like Christ. I can't live like him without knowing who the person I'm supposed to live like. So it's hard to say just in my own mind what living like Christ is, because that's like saying, "Ho, go ahead, live like Michael Jordan, right now. Go ahead, live like Michael Jordan." Exactly. Everybody stuck there like, I don't know what he does. Exactly. I don't know what he really likes. I heard about him. I seen him on TV. Everybody knows who he is. Just like God. I mean, that's just like Jesus. Everybody knows who Jesus is. Everybody heard that name. Everybody heard something about him. Everybody says he's a perfect man. Okay, so live like him. You don't know. You have to first research him to be able to do it. And then keep whatever it is in your heart. You have to follow that. You have to attain to that. It's not one day. I don't ever believe it's one, oh, I finally made it. Because God is too infinite. Jesus has been too infinite to do stuff. So that's why I said another thing is I can't believe that we'll ever attain to everything in this life because He's infinite. Everything I think I can do, God can do more. So it's just a progressive walk.
I'm fine. I'm sorry. I saw his eyes. He wanted to say something.
Well, I'm not good. I would like to know how you're going to do it.
You lost. Everybody said they were lost. You lost.
No, they wasn't on
You
your
lost.
side.
You lost.
I guess I kind of wanted to piggyback on like what y'all was talking about. Like to me, like living like Christ is like basically not cheating Christ. What I mean by like that, it's like say like as in cheating him, like as in if you were in a relationship. You know, like me basically cheating means like anything that you wouldn't do in front of that person. So that's how I look at like back to what Emily was saying, just like you know whatever you feel is wrong, don't even like try to do it. Like don't even go there. And also in knowing him, knowing what he's like, you have to, like you were saying, you have to know what he's like to live like him. So you basically have to do your research or whatever. So, yeah. You got a comment, Brittany?
Hmm. No, but I do agree on that point. With what you said with like with the relationship piece. Um, I kind of do believe too that living like Christ is almost like living as Christ in the earth, because that's what He really wants us to do. So basically, what would you try to follow His model? That's why we have the Bible. That's why we have all these other things, because we need to follow the model that he gave us. Does that mean we need to be perfect? No, not really. But we need to do our best. That's all he really wants. He knows what is our best. And so that's like, if you think about it, if someone who's 50 years old, okay, they just found out about God, and that does happen. There's like, tribes and stuff that they just figured out who God is.
Tribes.
Yeah, other than that, I think pretty much everybody else knows. But I'm saying, if you just found out about God, how can God expect you to be, to know, because you don't even understand like half of what's being said. So it has to do. God knows where you stand. He's fair and he's just, and he's the judge, right? So you can't put someone, it's not going to be, there is, at the end of the day, there is an equal place we need to be, but God does not look down or frown or anything, because he really doesn't do that at all. He's a God of grace, and he's not going to, he's not trying to see where the little, like the little, like a little, let me say little eats, I can't think of anything else, but like the little eats are, he doesn't care about the fine print and all that stuff. He makes everything plain and clear and very simple. So